Welcome to Liverpool. The Royal Albert Dock is a complex of dock buildings and warehouses in Liverpool. Designed by Jesse Hartley and Philip Hardwick, it was opened in 1846 and was the first structure in Britain to be built from cast iron, brick and stone, with no structural wood. As a result, it was the first non-combustible warehouse system in the world. It was known simply as the Albert Dock until 2018, when it was granted a royal charter and had the honorific royal added to its name. Today the Royal Albert Dock is a major tourist attraction in the city and the most visited multi-use attraction in the United Kingdom, outside London. It is a vital component of Liverpool's UNESCO-designated World Heritage Maritime Mercantile City, and the docking complex and warehouses also comprise the largest single collection of Grade 1 listed buildings anywhere in the UK. Amongst the many attractions at the Albert Dock are the Merseyside Maritime Museum, the Beatles story and the Tate Liverpool, and the International Slavery Museum. The dock has a very dark past. The warehouses were used to store goods including products of the slave trade such as sugar and tobacco. The Second World War provided a brief reprieve for the dock when it was used as a base for escort vessels in the Battle of the Atlantic. However, this was the last real use for the dock, and other than coastal vessels, there were few visitors before the dock was abandoned in 1972. The rising cost of dredging and falling traffic had made the dock uneconomical. However, like many of Liverpool's historic docks, the Albert Dock was due for a revival, and new life came with the opening of the Merseyside Maritime Museum in 1980. The Wheel of Liverpool was a transportable Ferris wheel installation on the Kiel Wharf, waterfront of the River Mersey in Liverpool. It has now been dismantled with no one knowing if it will ever return. The wheel was in close proximity to the M&S Bank Arena and was opened on the 25th March 2010. Leave a comment if you would like to see its return. The M&S Bank Arena is a multi-purpose indoor arena in the city centre of Liverpool. Situated on the side of the River Mersey, the venue hosts music and comedy performances and sporting events and forms part of Liverpool Event Campus ACC Liverpool, an interconnected arena, exhibition and convention centre. Opened in 2008 as part of the European Capital of Culture. It has a capacity of 11,000 people. There will be links below for info relating to the video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying the video. Liverpool One is a shopping, residential, and leisure complex in Liverpool. The project involved the redevelopment of 42 acres of land in the city centre. It is a retail-led development anchored by department stores Debenhams and John Lewis, with additional elements including leisure facilities such as a 14-screen Odeon cinema and 36-hole mini-golf center, apartments, offices, public open spaces, restaurants, and transport improvements. The completion of Liverpool One significantly boosted the local economy while lifting Liverpool into the top 5 most popular retail destinations in the UK. Liverpool's restaurants and nightlife are second to none. With great clubs and DJs. Scousers know how to have a good time. Ask Conor McGregor. The Royal Ivoire Building is a Grade 1 listed building in Liverpool. It is located at the pier head and along with the neighbouring Cunard Building and Port of Liverpool Building. It is one of Liverpool's 3 graces which line the city's waterfront. It stands 98.2 metres high and was opened in 1911. Once one of the tallest buildings in the country, the building is now only the joint 5th tallest structure in the city of Liverpool. Today the Royal Ivoire Building is one of the most recognisable landmarks in the city of Liverpool and is home to 2 fabled liver birds. Local legend says that the birds face away from each other, for if they were to mate and fly away, the city would cease to exist. The Cunard Building is a Grade 2 listed building. It still welcomes the public to walk along its main marble corridor. A good proportion of the banking halls, built to complement banks' head offices, have closed through bank mergers and the switch to electronic customer services. Constructed between 1904 and 1907, the Port of Liverpool Building, originally Mersey Docks and Harbour Board head office for 87 years, and more commonly known as the Dock Office, is a Grade 2 listed building located at Pier Head. The Museum of Liverpool is the newest addition to the National Museum's Liverpool Group, having opened in 2011. It contains one of the last rail cars from the Liverpool Overhead Railway. It's also free entry. Leave a comment if you have ever been. The Liverpool Cruise Terminal has earned a reputation as one of the most desirable cruise destinations in Europe. It is a 350-meter-long floating structure situated on the River Mersey, enabling large cruise ships to visit without entering the enclosed dock system or berthing mid-river and tendering passengers ashore. 251, Menlove Avenue, is the childhood home of the Beatles' John Lennon. Located in the Walton suburb of Liverpool, the 1933-built semi-detached property, which belonged to John Lennon's Aunt Mimi and her husband George Smith, is in Walton, South Liverpool. Lennon moved there in July 1946 at the age of 5 from 9 Newcastle Road in the nearby suburb of Wavertree. He lived at Mendips after his mother, who was living with her boyfriend, was persuaded that it would be better for his Aunt Mimi and George to take care of him. He remained at Mendips until mid-1963, when he was 22 years old. It was approximately 30 meters northwest of this house that Lennon's mother Julia was hit by a car and killed on the evening of 15 July 1958. 20 Forthland Road is a National Trust property in Allerton in South Liverpool. It is the house in which Paul McCartney lived for several years before he rose to fame with the Beatles, and it is labelled by the National Trust as the birthplace of the Beatles, since this is the place where the Beatles composed and rehearsed their earliest songs. Unlike Lennon's childhood home Mendips, 20 Forthland Road does not have an English Heritage Blue plaque and is currently ineligible to receive one. The shelter in the middle of a roundabout from the lyric of Penny Lane refers to the Penny Lane bus terminus. The shelter was located officially on Smithdown Place and later became a cafe restaurant with a Beatles theme. Penny Lane was thought to have been named after the 18th century Liverpool slave trader James Penny. However, the city's International Slavery Museum stated in June 2020 that there is no historical evidence linking Penny Lane to James Penny. St. George's Hall is a building on St. George's Place, opposite Lime Street railway station in the centre of Liverpool, England. Opened in 1854, it is a neoclassical building which contains concert halls and law courts. The highly decorated floor consists of Minton encaustic tile and is usually covered by a removable floor to protect it. The eventual cost of the building exceeded £300,000, roughly £33 million in 2019. During the 2000s, a major restoration of the hall took place costing £23 million, and it was officially reopened on April 23, 2007 by Prince Charles. World Museum is a large museum in Liverpool, England, which has extensive collections covering archaeology, ethnology and the natural and physical sciences. Special attractions include the Natural History Centre and a planetarium. Entry to the museum is free. St. Luke's Church, more commonly known by locals as the bombed-out church. The church was badly damaged by bombs during the Liverpool Blitz in 1941 and has been a roofless shell ever since, giving rise to its nickname. It now stands as a memorial to those who died in the war and has also been hired as a venue for exhibitions and events. Within the tower is the surviving cast-iron bell frame, made in 1828 by George Gilliband. This is considered to be the first metal bell frame to be made in the world. The church is rumored to be one of Liverpool's most haunted buildings. Liverpool Cathedral is the cathedral of the Anglican Diocese of Liverpool, built on St. James Mount and the seat of the Bishop of Liverpool. The cathedral is the largest cathedral and religious building in Britain and the 8th largest church in the world. The cathedral is based on a design by Giles Gilbert Scott and was constructed between 1904 and 1978. The total external length of the building, including the Lady Chapel, is 207 yards, 189 meters, making it the longest cathedral in the world. With a height of 331 feet, 101 meters, it is also one of the world's tallest non-spired church buildings and the third tallest structure in the city of Liverpool. For a very cheap price, you can go up to the roof for some amazing views. It's highly recommended. Liverpool Metropolitan Cathedral, officially known as the Metropolitan Cathedral of Christ the King and locally nicknamed Paddy's Wigwam. Once named one of the ugliest buildings in the world by a major American news network. Construction began in 1962 and was completed in 1967. The cathedral was built quickly and economically, and this led to problems with the fabric of the building, including leaks. A program of repairs was carried out during the 1990s. The Stanley Dock Tobacco Warehouse is a Grade II listed building and is the world's largest brick warehouse. It is adjacent to the Stanley Dock in Liverpool, England. Standing 125 feet (38 meters) high, the building was, at the time of its construction in 1901, claimed to be the world's largest building in terms of area. The 14-story building spans across 36 acres, and its construction used 27 million bricks, 30,000 panes of glass and 8,000 tons of steel. With the decline of trade going through Liverpool, the warehouse fell into disuse in the 1980s and gradually into disrepair. Various plans have been unveiled for the tobacco warehouse to be redeveloped into several hundred apartments as part of a larger development of the whole Stanley Dock site. The plans involve hollowing out the center of the warehouse to create a garden-filled courtyard. The warehouse on the other side has already been turned into a luxury hotel and spa called Titanic Hotel. Victoria Tower is a clock tower located alongside Salisbury Dock in Liverpool, positioned among the two river entrance gates to the dock, providing both an accurate time and also warning of impending meteorological changes. Aintree Racecourse is a racecourse in Aintree, bordering the city of Liverpool. The racecourse is best known for annually holding the world-famous Grand National Steeplechase. The Grand National meeting takes place in April over 3 days. Aintree also holds meetings in May and June. The 1914 Grand National was held a few months before the start of the First World War. The 1915 race was also run at Aintree. But a year later Aintree was requisitioned by the War Office, so a substitute race, named the Racecourse Association Steeplechase, was held in 1916, 1917 and 1918 at Gatwick, on the site where the airport was later built. The Grand National returned to Aintree in 1919. It is regarded as the most difficult of all courses to complete successfully. Festival Gardens is a beautiful tranquil space with oriental gardens, pagodas, lakes, waterways and waterfalls. And is situated around the corner from the Liverpool Canes Brewery. An old brewery turned into a huge mini golf course. Great for a night out. Founded in 1858 by Robert Kane. The brewery closed in June 2013 with debts of more than £8 million. Radio City Tower is a radio and observation tower in Liverpool. Built in 1969 and opened by Queen Elizabeth II. It was designed by James A. Roberts Associates in Birmingham. It is 125 meters high and is the second tallest freestanding building in Liverpool and the 32nd tallest in the United Kingdom. At the top of the tower was a luxury 5-star revolving restaurant, the facade and floor of the restaurant revolving as one unit, while the roof of the restaurant was used as an observation platform for visitors. There are 558 stairs up to the top and 2 lift shafts which reach the top in 30 seconds. You can still visit the top today. Leave a comment below if you remember the revolving restaurant. West Tower may be one of the first sights you see when you arrive in Liverpool. Its spire measures a height of 459 feet, making it Liverpool's tallest building, set 300 feet above sea level on the 34th floor. Panoramic 34 is one of the UK's highest restaurants. This celebrated restaurant is encapsulated by ceiling-to-floor windows, offering breathtaking 360-degree views of the iconic city. The 051 is a once legendary club. Sadly now closed. Comment below if you ever went. Liverpool Football Club is a professional football club in Liverpool that competes in the Premier League, the top tier of English football. Domestically, the club has won 19 league titles, 7 FA Cups, a record 8 League Cups, and 15 FA Community Shields. In international competitions, the club has won 6 European Cups, more than any other English club, 3 UEFA Cups, 4 UEFA Super Cups, and 1 FIFA Club World Cup. Everton Football Club is an English professional football club based in Liverpool that competes in the Premier League. The club has competed in the top division for a record 117 seasons, missing only 4 top-flight seasons, 1930-31, 1951-52, 1952-53, 1953-54, since the creation of the Football League, of which it was a founding member. Everton are the second longest continuous serving club in English top-flight football and has won 9 league titles, 5 FA Cups, 1 European Cup Winners' Cup and 9 Charity Shields. All in all, Liverpool is a great place. Full of culture and great food, but it's the nightlife. It's one of the best nights out in England. Thanks for watching.